I am Lauren's mom, Teresa, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about depression from a parent's perspective or point of view. I can tell you that watching your child go through this is probably one of the hardest things as a parent I've had to do. I couldn't fix her. I couldn't make it go away. I couldn't make it better. And as a parent, you can do those things. You can get them a drink when they're thirsty. You can get them a blanket when they're cold. You can put a Band-Aid on it when they fall down and cut their knee. But when you're depressed, you have to fix you. And so as a parent, it's really hard to watch that. One thing I'll tell you is to listen to your child. They may not come right out and say, "Mom, I'm depressed," but there may be things that they say that give you pause. So really listen to your child. I know some people who have kids that have actually said that they felt like they needed to go to therapists and their parents didn't listen. And I think that you need to listen to your child. It may end up being nothing when you get them to see someone, or it could be the start of something hard that they have to go through. Listen to their teachers and the people that are around them the most. I did not do that because I was not, I don't know, I guess I wasn't, how do I want to say, I guess I wasn't wanting it to be depression because it runs in our family and it's super hard. But she had two teachers that came to me and said, "Lauren seems to be a little bit off." And I said, "Oh, really? I hadn't really noticed." And I said, "How are you feeling?" And she said, "Fine." And I said, "Well, there you go." So listen to their teachers and the people that are around them, because sometimes they see things that you don't see at home. When they tell you, don't play the blame game. Don't say, "Why didn't I see? How did I not know this? What did I do wrong? How could I have done things differently so they wouldn't be this way?" I started down that path a little bit, and my wonderful husband said, "We're going to have a lot of married life to blame each other for stuff. Why don't we get her fixed right now?" So instead of doing the blame game, we just got her fixed. It's not really helpful and beneficial to anybody, but I think it's kind of a natural reaction. So instead of doing that, make sure that your beautiful person gets the help that they need. And you may need to go to more than one counselor. We were really blessed, and I asked several people who they would recommend, and we found a great counselor, and she was able to help Lauren immensely. You're going to hear her talk in a little bit this evening, but you're going to know if you have a feeling that the counselor's not working for you, get them to another one. Their mental health depends on it. One thing that I will strongly suggest is to get people to pray for you and your child. Your child may not want you to share their personal information, so you can still have people praying for you without divulging all that. Lauren was okay with me telling some people, so we did, and I started people praying for her right away. And I think that's an important thing to do. The power of prayer does some great things. Consider some counseling for yourself. I didn't go that route, and I've gone back and forth on whether or not I should do that. I have a friend whose daughter suffered from depression, and she got some counseling for herself, and it helped her immensely. It's really hard because you're not sure what to do as a parent. You're not sure if you're going to say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing. Will this cause them to relapse? Will this hurt their feelings? It's very hard. And as a parent, sometimes you need a little extra guidance. And I suffer from depression myself. It's a genetic line through my dad's side of the family. So you'd think that I would have been better equipped to see the signs in my daughter or help my daughter, but it's totally different when it's somebody else. Sometimes you don't even see the signs in yourself, so to see the signs in your child sometimes isn't very easy. And I can tell you that until we asked her she didn't tell us. So she didn't want us to know, and we didn't know. And I want to touch on a little bit for the adults who might be suffering depression. Please understand that it is not a bad thing. You just need to go get the help that you need. I know that when I started on my Prozac, I did not want to take Prozac. I did not want to be that person, as Lauren said, that crazy person that had something wrong with them. But my brother sat down with me and he said, if you were a diabetic, would you take your insulin? And I said, well, sure. And he said, if you had high cholesterol, would you take your medicine? And I said, well, sure. And he said, then you need to take this medicine because it's going to help you be well. And he said, it doesn't mean that you're crazy. And he started talking to me about the functions of my brain and all that kind of stuff that I didn't really care about. And I felt a little bit better and I started taking it. So please, as an adult, reach out to somebody else. Don't suffer in silence. Your life can be so much fuller and better and joy-filled and happier. Not every day is not a party, but you can actually feel so much better if you just reach out to somebody and get the help that you need. Get it for your kids, get it for yourself, and just take care of yourself. God bless.